So I'm surprised that nobody in the community has seen these yet, or maybe they have, just haven't said anything, or maybe I'm just haven't heard of it. But this is the Necomimi cat ears. The reason why I'm wearing this wig is that my hair is dark, and so is the headset. So while I'm showing what these do and what they look like, etc., my own hair makes it very difficult to see. And this is also the wig I'm going to be using for these. So it's kind of half and half. See what I look like in them and make sure everyone else can see what they look like. These are the ears that move with the brain waves, with the neurons and whatnot. This is the headset. These are the ears. The fibers are pretty soft. I was actually pretty surprised. I thought they would be using a cheaper fur, but pleasantly surprised. It was actually pretty nice. So the other good thing is that they are just a piece of foam, and with the fur, I guess, glued on around it. So they're pretty easy to put on and off, and you can make your own based on the design. You just need a piece of foam to keep it sturdy and on top of these, and friction and whatnot. So just pop them on. And just for reference, they're just these little nubs. This is the battery pack, and this is the part that goes right above your brow. It just has to touch with a little bit of pressure. The third part, this part, goes on your ear. You don't actually feel anything, so it doesn't get, you don't get tired of it being there, you don't feel the clamp. It's completely fine. I gotta style this thing. Okay, so, put it on. I guess can be a little tricky with a wig, but see, right on the ear. Ah, this part's not. This part should go right in the back of the head, but the way the wig is, it's not really letting me do that. Well, okay, sorry about that. So as I have it right about above my brow, with just a little bit of pressure. I'm going to turn it on. They're going to calibrate first. Okay. So there are different modes. There's the regular, they're just kind of hanging out, waving around a little bit. There's when you're, what was it? I mixed some of them up. There is calibrating signal. One will be up, one will be off to the side. There's high relaxation. They'll just droop down. Focus relaxation, they'll just kind of do one of these. I guess kind of a little bit like what they're doing, but there's that one which is high interest, or this is the one I keep confusing. High interest, ears will perk up and wiggle, which I guess is what it did. And high focus, ears will perk up quickly, just like that. You can't make them do anything. They're based on your focus and your attention. And what this thing does is that this thing registers pretty much the focus and your attention span. And if something interests you, all of a sudden it'll perk up, etc. The only thing I've really got it to do on my terms is to relax. Like, this is relaxed. Okay, sorry about that. So, Okay, back to the ears. Um, yeah, there's a bunch of modes. There's another mode that I haven't, apparently my ears haven't done yet. But what it does is it kind of rolls around like this, and that's just high interest. Like if I'm talking about something that's very interesting to me, or I'm listening or looking at something that's very, very interesting, then it'll just kind of roll around or wiggle. Um, the relaxing part is probably the only one that people can try to attempt to do on their own. I do it by closing my eyes or whatever, but it's already kind of done that on its own. Um, let's see. I gotta do it once, but um, yeah, it makes a little bit of noise. You can hear it a little bit with the whirring and whatnot. But you know, if you're going to go to a convention, etc., or anything really with a lot of people, you're probably not going to hear it within the crowds and the people and talking and whatnot. It's only really in silent rooms that you'll hear it. Uh, for some people, it's a problem. I don't care. I think it's pretty neat as is. Um, so this is the box. Um, it all came with pretty well, molded whatnot. The card to tell you what was what. This runs on 4 AAAs. It lasts about 3 to 4 hours, I guess, depending on the brand and you know how good they are. What else? I was also thinking possibly maybe it can be incorporated into some fursuit heads. Possibly. I don't think it'll be big enough for things like some of the tunier heads, but for maybe some of the more realistic heads, it might work size wise. Um, the idea is possibly that you have it in two sections. I can see that you would probably need to have some sort of room in here and for the battery pack. Um, the hood in the back would probably have to be a separate piece, like Velcro in between here and around the ears. Probably sewn up to the sides, but able to attach it through once you've put this on, and in the front on, and in the back. That's just an idea. Some things that some of the community might be able to use. They aren't selling these quite yet, except for at the conventions. The company is Neuroware. I think they're only sold in Japan at the moment. I got mine off of a promotional Facebook thing. Um, but yeah, they're selling them at the conventions like Anime Expo. They're selling at. They were at Fanime and a few others prior. Probably a few in the future. But they will be selling them on their website in maybe a few months to a year. I don't know. But it's pretty interesting. It just even the concept that it moves on its own. You know, you don't have to. I don't know. For those that are not really technologically literate for building things in that sense, it's pretty cool. I got mine for, I believe it was 99, and then with shipping it was 110 ish in there somewhere. But yeah, these are the Neuroware Necomimi ears, and they're just pretty cool. So yeah,